Okay, we're back. Round 6 is moments away from commencing. This is the final round of Swiss. We've got Jason Grooms on the right with another Cell Restored. I'm into it. I don't mind seeing that deck twice in one day. And Andrew Bednar on the left with Dynamic Vegeta, which is a cool deck that I don't think I've ever seen anyone run, personally. So I can't wait to see what happens in this match. And he's got a Scouter and fucking Anger Sword to boot. What's not to like about that? So we will see how this game goes, but I bet it's going to be exciting. Jason also raw dogged it on the Eternal Mat. I respect that. All right, here we go. Jason will go first. Draining attack first turn, which I think is what Kyle had landed on when he was playing Restored Cell and went first in his game, so that's kind of a funny little turn of events. Wall Breaker and Energy Block. Or is that a Sphere? Let's see what he does. Let's watch. That is a Sphere. And we will pass. Sphere to the bottom does nothing for Restored, but... Crushing Beam Unleashed and something else. Oh, Vicious Strike. I like that. That card doesn't get quite enough respect. It's not mind-blowingly good, but it is better than people have given it credit for. Like, I see that card played almost 0% of the time, and I think it's a little better than that. And it's got a buttload of endurance, so hard to complain about that for sure. I'm okay with that pass as well. Still a Sphere. Pass. This might be the slowest start we've seen to a game yet. I feel like people have really been going in today, but these guys are taking their time a little bit, which nothing wrong with that.
Well, I think it's going to be two more control the pace of the game decks. Mm-hmm. Not really too aggressive.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. And again, Vegeta... Cell gets scary, but not quite as scary as Vegeta does, I don't think, around like level 3, level 4 range. So this will be, ultimately, whoever is leveling up more quickly probably still has the advantage, but I think it matters a little more to Andrew to level up than it does to
Jason.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, we're going in. Sphere, one or two outrages? No, just one. Some other fun stuff. Jason will grab the good Cell Jr. and draw some cards. Wall Breaker, Chest Explosion, Energy Block. That's not too bad. Again,
and
Jason's sort of regretting rejuving 2 spheres in 2 turns at this point.
Yeah. But I'm sure that's why Andrew did it, knowing... And
sure, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And he has a Sphere backup anyway, so it's...
Yeah, seeing 2 spheres go to the bottom with a Sphere in hand, it was pretty much a lock that Unleash was going to go through. And just like that, he's at level 3. And he'll go to level 3 and in combat with Vegeta's power, like with Vegeta's transition effect, which I like, again.
It's such a nice effect.
Yeah, Andrew wanted to get to level 3, and he got there without, risking anything by just bailing. I like that play.
And that's all he wanted to do with his combat was guarantee level 3 and then go from there.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I like that a lot.
But I think that could be a problem now for Jason.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Now he's got to, if he were thinking of, perhaps ball twoing, Andrew down at least one time. Now he'll have to do it at least twice.
Yes.
If he wants to truly lower him a level, which is not the easiest thing to do in Cell. Like, most Cell Restore builds have the lightest ability to ball bounce, but It's certainly not what the decks are built around. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see him.
He had a tracking blast anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So, yep. Yeah, he'll pop that. And Jason will have to do that at least once more if he wants to put Andrew out of scariest Vegeta range.
I'm also digging the Vegeta deck sleeves.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like those. Those are kind of cool.
Very well. Mm-hmm.
Rejuving for an anger with the knee catch. Knee block, I think. Excuse me. Dig, outrage.
Another
physical block. Yeah, and unleashed. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Grab a second Cell Junior. Again, kind of, that doesn't happen too often in Cell Restored builds. Like, usually they're off level 1, like around turn combat 1 or so. So, tutoring 2 allies with a level 1 power. Less likely than you'd think, but he certainly won't mind having him in play. And in fact, Jason now has enough levels to secure level 3 with the hand that he's been given.
Yes.
Maybe level 4 if
after that
Andrew straight up procs this dig. I say, yeah, and in fact, yeah, exactly. If Jason did stop it, he would get the chance to do it again anyway. So Andrew will definitely have the option. Yep, a bunch of stages and 2 life cards. His Cell Junior ally reduces it by 1.
Let's see if they're going for the ride. It
doesn't look like it.
No.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to. Especially
right,
with
exactly.
in his
Yeah,
hand.
that's not remotely surprising. It would have been a little shocking if he had done it.
Yeah.
But you never know. Sometimes players make unconventional plays. I like that just fine. I'm not sure if I would have done it there, though.
Yeah.
Although maybe Jason is still, like, if he's apprehensive enough that he really just want to see what Andrew's capable of right now, that's fine. Like,
and I think that makes sense because he still does have 3 cards in his hand, so he doesn't necessarily want to jump kick right now. And then you see that, and that's
in
probably
fact,
a good reason.
Yeah,
why,
exactly.
Too.
That'll 100%. I'm not sure if he could have calculated that, but if he did, that was an incredibly strong play. Because yeah, exactly. He has now dodged the ability for Andrew to lower him down with that unleashed. Because either of those leveling options would have.
It's always a really good option to see more from your opponent. As much as you can in the game. Mm-hmm. If it's not pressing to do something, why do it?
Yeah, that's an underrepresented strength of masteries that have activated triggers like that. Just the ability to burn a phase and let your opponent do something, and then see how the turn progresses from there is super valuable.
A lot of people don't take advantage of it either.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And I think we're out again. Yep, yeah. Andrew will bail for the second time. And again, I'm assuming that is everything is going according to plan as far as how Andrew would like the game to progress. He's hit level 4. He really hasn't taken any damage, and Jason hasn't gotten any significant advantages either. Like, he's got a couple Cell Juniors out, but they're really not that effective until he's at 3 or higher. And I'm not actually sure which level 3 Jason runs. I would guess it's the new one.
With all the Cell Juniors.
Since he's running more than one Cell Junior. Like, I would assume that if he's running old Cell level 3, he probably would just run the damage-reducing Cell Junior only. Pass Rejuve. Oh man, and briefs. Okay.
Yeah,
things are getting real here.
Like, the game's it's playing out to Andrew's.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as if he needed more setup.
His deck.
He's at level 4 now with briefs out. Like,
I love the Scouters also.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned that too. I was like, it's very old school. I'm into it.
Although the Anger Sword is really for novelty since he's just straight level so far.
Yeah, exactly. It's decorative.
Yes. Conversation piece.
So there's a briefs.
Yeah, why not? See, he had an energized strike in his hand.
Saying he does run enough, so he runs all the Cell Juniors.
Yes.
Man, I hate that card. It
Yeah.
makes me so mad that it's so terrible. I just wish it were even a little bit better.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you look at the old Z game and the relevance of the Cell Juniors in it.
Yeah,
These
for
ones are
sure.
Just kind of
Yep. Although I'm even more convinced now that he must run the new level 3 if he
Yes.
runs the entire set of Cell Juniors.
Yes. Oh yeah, that really good level 4 Vegeta ability.
Yep. Unblockable for a bunch, and it's shuffled in. It's not nearly as effective since he's still at level 1, but Jason can trigger hybrid defenses on any unblockable attack to still rejuvenate cards, which I bet is going to come up at least once or twice in this game. Again, Andrew and Andrew still has the option whenever he chooses to throw that blinding, he can just bail. So if he feels even a little bit threatened, he'll just be like, "Hey, I'm out."
The 2 outbursts make it hard to threaten.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Andrew now maybe just passes every option that Jason gives him to. The next time Jason attacks, he will outburst it. Although maybe not even the draining attack. Let's see. He's got briefs out, so Andrew isn't super concerned about stage pressure right at this moment. So I could see him tanking that maybe. But, you know, just as easily, yeah, he has almost nothing to lose by outbursting and getting out of combat.
Exactly.
So why not do it?
I mean, you just set yourself up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Banish that. And he'll tutor an attach card once we're done.
Ooh.
By time. Jason's still tanking that damage. Like, endurance is coming up just enough to protect that ally board.
Yep. And he is level 2 now, but
Yeah. Closer.
yeah.
Yeah, if Jason can get rid of briefs and get to level 3, he'll sort of be in business. Like, Vegeta will still be crazy scary for the rest of this game, but he'll be dealing decent damage, he'll be applying some serious stage pressure, and he'll basically give Andrew things to fear at that point, which right now he hasn't been able to put up an offense that Andrew has been scared of so far.
Yeah, there's been no threat.
Yeah. All right, back to Jason. Say, he wasn't gonna check. Andrew did not have to point that out, but yes, the mastery is also a triggered effect, so it is a thing you can forget or just choose not to do. Couple of balls. I'm gonna say it's pretty unlikely, but probably not impossible that Jason could pull off a surprise ball victory here.
He is tanking enough damage here, so...
Yeah, and I mean, that's the scary thing about Restored is as you kind of plink people down for a few cards at a time, you're just setting them up to draw one ball a turn, basically.
But if any personality can just burst damage through, it is Vegeta level 4.
Yeah, no kidding. Pass Rejuve. Yeah, get that endurance back. That's your best way to not take a ton of damage at this point. Oh, man. Unblockable optics are real.
Yeah, that's... And Vegeta's
Optic
Final
Flash, physical block.
That's a lot of damage right there.
And an Outrage still. And whatever he draws from briefs. That hand is on point. I would be very surprised if Andrew doesn't enter here.
Hey, there's no reason not to. Let's see, we had a question. If there's any Trunks decks in the field? Yes, there are. Quite a few. Some doing really well. The Crisco Hans is running one, as a matter of fact.
It's true. It's a good hand, but I don't think that stare down's gonna matter. Let's see. Yep,
Yeah.
it would be very unlikely for him to not lead on that final flash. So that takes
again. There's no reason not to.
yeah, it takes away a significant number of Jason's options. He can't use that stare down. He can't mastery now. It would take away things like Hurried Quest and a handful of other really good Namekian effects. Like Cell Style. Although the endurance is coming through for Jason in spades, man. He really needs
strategic.
Yeah, he really needs it. Yeah, his options are very limited this turn. And in fact, it shut off. He's using new cell level 2, so it also shut off Cell's level 2 power to be able to activate to mill a few cards. Banish some stuff.
Yeah, he's going to do what he can here.
Yeah, there's no way Jason loses the game this turn, but in the grand scheme of things, this might be the turn where he's sort of past the event horizon, maybe. Like, he might be getting just far enough behind that it might be a little too much to expect him to recover from the advantage Andrew is putting up right now.
Oh, Anger Sword comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that optic
Because
blast
this play specifically, like, man. And he can either steal 2 balls with it or still crit an ally and steal a ball.
Yeah. I think he takes a 5 just to get potentially something else.
Yeah. Oh, man. Although, to be completely above board, I say, yeah, Jason should be taking the damage first before any of the rest of that resolves. 8 cards. Oh. Finally running on empty with the endurance.
Yeah.
There you go. So it did crit. All right. So first hit effect, which will mill 3 if they remember. Nope. All right. I guess we're
skipping around.
Okay. He used the crit on his anger, and we'll mill 3 more, and then ball 5.
Interesting to see what he draw. Oh, another
final flash. All right.
So you can either just go in for damage or save it for next turn and use
exactly. In fact, like he wanted to draw an attack there, but Final Flash probably isn't the one he would have selected.
Yeah,
just because
you'd be tempted to
exactly. You'd want to use them in consecutive turns. I say that would do a ton, but
he's got backup.
Andrew is stacked. Like, he is just fine. Now we think. I don't mind that.
No.
There's something to be said for holding on to it for later, but again, he's got enough of an advantage that I like pushing the point here.
Yeah, press the advantage.
Yep.
Might as well. He has no defense. He does have the hybrid that he can play for the...
Get 2 rejuve, so that's not nothing.
No.
And if Jason stands any chance of winning this game, he'll probably have to do that a few more times before everything is said and done. Leaping kick and something else.
Yeah.
Another hybrid. I don't hate that. Not nearly as effective against non-level 4 Vegeta, but, what are you going to do? And then some decent damage. 6 life. 3. Oh, it's just that easy. Nope, that's it. Oh, no, 1 more. Yeah, 6 because of the Cell Junior. Yep, we got it. Though with the amount of endurance Jason has turned over, I'm assuming he's pretty low on remaining cards with endurance at this point.
Yeah, he has seen just about all of them at this point.
Get another attached card. Probably not going to matter, but honestly, at that point, he just sort of doesn't want that in his deck anymore.
Yeah,
so
you wanna get
let's
that
filter.
out of your deck.
Exactly. Let's filter out something that I don't really need.
He doesn't want to draw that.
Oops.
There we go. And
Hey,
more balls.
Dragon Balls.
Oh boy. So now Dragon Ball is a consideration.
And he's got another stare down, which this time, I think Andrew still has one final flash left.
Yes.
I don't think it's come up,
No.
but seeing two of them gone certainly probably makes Jason feel way better about having that stare down in hand again.
Especially two in the same turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I might have taken a little more time there, but
Yeah, it looks
I get
like
the
he's just going
idea.
for raw damage.
Yeah, I get the idea of like, look, he's just got to hit really hard and hope that everything works out. So. There we go. Yep. Yeah, they're talking about that Cell Junior's other power. It doesn't add to your mill effects if you control more than one ally. Okay.
I mean, the ever-present threat of not necessarily a strong hand.
Inspection's kind of funny. Ultimately, I don't think it'll be like a game breaker,
No,
but it's kind
not at
of
all.
it's sort of amusing. Unleashed not doing a ton right now. I mean, he could put himself at level 3 maybe. Like, I'm not sure if that, or honestly, if the game gets in the right state with all the attached cards he has, he could put himself at level 1 just to deal enough damage to maybe kill him
Yeah.
straight up. That'd be quite a play, but I would love to see it.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to do that.
But he did keep the Unleashed, presumably just to lower Jason, probably
Exactly.
not to change his own
No.
level.
I think he wants to keep Jason from level 3.
Yeah.
And there's Jason cards. Which, I mean, with that stare down, it could be quite damaging.
Say he'll enter and get no more Cell Juniors because he's got them all.
Yeah.
Another Outrage.
That stare down could be okay. See, you got a Destructive Blast. And
I'm a little surprised to see him run Destructive Blast. It's very easy to not run that card when there's so
Yes.
many other freestyle cards you can run, but
if you play
Dig,
one,
though.
it's not too bad.
sure.
If that's the only one in the deck.
Yep. Dig is so scary with
Yes.
Vegeta level 3 out. Unstoppable, unpreventable damage is a hell of a
Yeah.
thing. And at that point, we really are in the range of like, okay, once Jason's kind of burned out all the things he can do, maybe he would pull that crazy thing and go
Yes.
down to level 1. I doubt it, but it would be
No.
fun to see. But yeah, Jason's got a lot of decisions to make here. There's a ton going on in that hand to be afraid of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's got to be the Dig or the Unleashed. All right.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
in survival mode.
Yeah, I don't love that.
No.
Honestly, I think the Dig is almost scarier than like I get that does straight life card damage.
Yeah.
But,
Let's see what he does with Unleashed here.
so yeah, Jason did level with Draining Attack, so he can be unleashed down.
Yes. Oh, he's gonna lower himself. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
No.
I don't. Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
A little more aggressive, a little more damage.
It's a trade-off, but at this point, not a bad one, considering how good Vegeta level 3 still is. Like the fact that he
Yes.
can double play an attack is really, really interesting.
Back down to Cell level 1.
Saying there you go, and he did it
yeah.
even just to get out of combat, which I also like.
Yeah. Because he knew Jason had a really good hand, so
Yeah, exactly. That
his hand was okay.
a stacked hand of offense. Like, why not bail?
And you still have the dig.
Andrew's been using Vegeta's strategic passes very strongly this game.
Yes.
Going in with briefs. That
So
hand's still
powerful.
pretty strong. Just like a mixed bag of fairly good cards, which is all Andrew needs right now.
Yeah.
Like, he just needs usable stuff that he can throw out by the end of a combat.
Oh, for sure.
And that hand's not going to do it.
No.
Too little, too late,
Yeah.
unfortunately, for Jason here. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, because then dig happens.
Yeah, and again, same thing. If he stops it, he can dig again Stays in play.
He just wants to keep the stages, though, which I think is smart.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that. I mean, this is the Hail Mary type of time right now.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure what else he can do, really.
Yeah, he's just hoping that gets through and
go
hits
for
really
it.
hard.
Guessing
won't,
either a
but-
Nappa or a Turles is in our future. Yep.
Turles, yeah.
5 stages and 11 cards? Or no, it's 6 stages, I think, and 11
Yeah.
cards.
It should.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man. That was rough. you
Yeah,
know?
it was hard for Jason. Andrew, his deck was just running on full cylinders right there.
Yeah, like I said, Dynamic Mastery is a big deal there. Not many people have used it with Vegeta, but Vegeta's higher levels are so good that...
Yeah, and especially if you can bounce between 4 and 3.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just- you have so many options.
Yeah, being 1 level away from Vegeta 3 is such a terrifying prospect.
Yes.
Like, it's real, real good. And like I said, that's the same thing. As much as I love Restored Cell and Paper, that's the thing that it doesn't have going for it. It takes a little longer to get up to speed than, like,
Yes.
every other, like, true Tier 1 decks in the environment. Like, Vegeta... I'm not sure if Vegeta Dynamic is Tier 1, but I liked it. Like, I liked what I saw. I liked his build. I like how he played it. But
Yeah,
Vegeta as an MP definitely is. He's just super solid.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing well today, and he's obviously doing very well.
Yeah, I liked both.
believe this was a play-in match for him, so he should be in top 8.
For sure, yeah, and I like in general, I like the play both players made there. I
Yeah.
think that Andrew's deck was just, a little stronger.
Well, and his draws were more consistent this game.
For sure.
Jason had a couple turns that, I mean, you would have liked those draws on your turn, not
Yeah,
when you're going
exactly.
into combat. And I think that's what really put him behind was
Yeah.
he got non-combat draws, basically.
For sure. Yeah, agreed. But, overall, not a bad match. Like I said,
Yeah.
in general, pretty good. I enjoyed watching it.
Yes, for sure.
And that's going to do it. That is Swiss.
That is
so,
Swiss. Yeah, once this round ends, we're going to figure out what goes on with top 8.
That's right. All right, so...
we might have some matches. We might not. We don't know yet.
Sure, yeah. All right, we'll see. I mean, we'll let you guys know either way. So
Yes.
the stream won't go anywhere until I confirm. But yeah, if everybody chooses to split and get out of here, we may be done a little early.
Yeah.
I will see. I'll tell you this much: if we don't end up playing any more games in the tournament, I will see if I can get Phil to throw Blue 18 up for one more. One more demo
Gunslinging,
match
yeah.
before we get out of here for good. But
Well, and I'd like to talk to him, discuss a
Yeah.
little bit more of the, anything future plans for the game and Fanzy and where it stands in that. So
absolutely, I agree. So stay tuned. We'll be back one way or the other with something. Maybe more matches, maybe just some discussion, but it should be worthwhile. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be back in a little bit.